everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to go get test pipes put on my Q50. It is currently 5:52 in the morning, and unfortunately for my parents that I still live at home for, I have to start my car and we're in the garage. It's gonna be pretty loud, unfortunately, but I'll open the garage at least to help it not be so loud. So I finally made it to the shop. You can kind of see in the background right there, car is getting worked on. Test pipes are being put in. If you haven't noticed, I am at Performance B Tuned. I reached out to them and they said that they could do it, and I trust the store because I know they work on foreign cars, especially like BMW, Infiniti. So I am just waiting for them to finish. All right, so I'm going to be honest, it has been a month and a half since I've recorded these parts of the clips. And I apologize for being lazy. I'm going to try my best to be more active on more than just TikTok. That includes Instagram. I've started that already. And then that also includes YouTube. So I'm going to try to finish this video. So let's talk about the test pipes. The test pipes were around $300 to order, and then it was a little over $300 to get them installed. And normally when it comes to the exhaust of the car, I would actually put them in myself, because I have for the Y pipe and for the muffler delete. And once I do the mid pipe, which is the last piece that I need to do for the exhaust, then, you know, all those parts I put in on my own. But unfortunately the test pipes, I feel, is just a little too like technical and, you know, really hard to reach places, so I just let a professional shop do it. I do gotta say, the shop that did it, you know, they did a fine job. You know, like I said, it's been a month and a half. I've been letting it rep here and there. The pipes have been holding on. I do know one thing though. Got the test pipes put in and I was driving back home. I noticed that there was a little bit of a rattling noise, and I will go ahead and play the clip. Basically what had happened was my Y pipe, where the silicone piping is, and where the heat shield is like wrapped around the silicone part, the heat shield was completely gone, and there ended up being a hole in the silicone, so then I had an exhaust leak. Few clips of it, what it sounded like before, and honestly it drove me nuts, because when I got the test pipes put in, the only thing I had done was the muffler delete and then it being tuned on, obviously. But once I had the test pipes in and noticed that the Y pipe was like being very annoying, I ordered a new Y pipe within like a day or two, and then once it came in, I put it on the car, and it got rid of the ticking noise, and then we were game from there. I will say the car does sound a little raspy when you're getting around like 3,000 RPMs. And I'm not sure if whenever I get the mid pipe replaced with something else, if that's really going to change that, or if I'm going to have to either um, do a change in the muffler delete, aka like have another resonator on there, or I might have to do different test pipes if I hate the noise. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate the other parts of the noise. So anything like above 3,000 RPMs, 4K plus, and then obviously, the burble map and the flame map sounds awesome. But it's a little hard to really love it because of the raspiness around like 3,000 RPM. Because unless if you're really flooring it or you're like going underneath 3,000 RPM, which isn't that much power, it's kind of hard to avoid. Like I mentioned before, it's the new year. It's now 2026. I'm going to try my best to do more videos because I know there's been some things going on with like TikTok and stuff. And if I were to ever get to the point where I can actually like make some money, I've heard that TikTok is starting to pay less and less to their creators, and YouTube is still kind of, where it's always been. So if I could grow my YouTube channel and get to the point where I could get monetized and start getting paid, I would love it, because then I could just use the money from that to put back into the car. Yeah, we will see how I do on YouTube, because I know it is different doing kind of longer form videos compared to the short form video that is TikTok and Instagram. Also know that there are YouTube shorts, and honestly I'm going to probably post like one or two, which is just going to be more sound clips of the car. Sound clips that I didn't use in this video, but I'm going to try my best to do videos and shorts. I just probably will need ideas for videos, because I know whenever you do a video on YouTube, you want to try to aim for at least like 8 to 10 minutes, sometimes more. I'll be honest, it's been so long since I actually started the recording for doing the test pipes. I don't even know if I did an intro. So if I didn't, then this is going to sound really weird. But I guess I will do my outro, because I've always been doing my outro ever since I started this channel, which has been 11 and a half years ago. This is Hero Mind signing out.